I have a problem, and it's not that I have too many plants. It's that my plants are on the floor, and it's hard to get to my plants, let alone the windows, and it's finally time to do something about it. I'm building a shelf to help make some room, and hopefully this will help create some much needed walking space. I went on Pinterest and I saw a lot of floating shelf ideas. I've never put one of these up before, and there are a few things that I had to learn along the way. Lengthwise, I went for a 4-foot shelf. It's pretty heavy, but I thought that it would hold the most plants. Initially, I was aiming to put 2 shelves up, but I wanted to see how this would go first before I committed to another shelf. For this, I went with 3 brackets. The board is pretty heavy, so it needed all the support that it could get, especially since I'm planning on putting as many plants as possible on this thing. I got this doweling jig off Amazon, which helps make the holes for the brackets as straight as possible. And now comes the messy part. This is a pre-stain conditioner, and it helps the wood absorb the stain in a way that won't leave it blotchy. What they don't tell you is that this stuff smells really bad. Wear a mask and work in a well-ventilated space. After about 20 minutes, it's time to stain. This is where I questioned whether or not this was all going to be worth it. You can actually see the panic in my body. I wasn't sure if I should clean the floor or if I should throw this all away or what. But then I thought, I'm not just about to throw away all this stain. I grabbed what I could and I smeared that thing on there. I did have to clean the floor after this, but the wood got stained pretty nicely. Finally, the last step. After waiting 24 hours for the stain to dry, I protected it with the satin finish. 2 coats of this and it leaves it looking real nice. And here we are, putting up the shelf, and all I can think is please fit. I mean, I measured everything correctly and I knew that my math was right. This struggle had me questioning a little bit, but it fit. And I think I'm getting better at stuff like this, so that was a relief. And now it's time for the part that I've been waiting for. Time to put up my plants. I tried to choose plants that were in my way, and also ones that wouldn't have too much problem with low light. Though I am thinking of adding a grow light somewhere because this might still be too dark for the plants that I put up here. Anyway, I got a pothos, a Scindapsus propagation, a Baltic blue, some of my books, my hedgehog with some succulents, and this Hoya. Looking back, not adding the second shelf was a pretty good idea. Any plant I would have added up there wouldn't have gotten any light, but I love the way this came out. The color of the walnut stain along with the green leaves is just perfect. I have to be honest though, since making this shelf, I've moved stuff around and I've added more plants to my room, and my floor looks the same. I'm thinking of adding more shelves somewhere or even building some custom desks to get everything off the floor. The obvious solution would be to stop buying more plants, but where's the fun in that?